Hey everyone, if you have torque converter problems with your 94 to 04 Dodge Ram with the Cummins diesel in it, with a torque converter cycling in, out, in, out, in, out, around 40 to 50 miles an hour, you definitely want to watch this video. So basically what I had going on is just that. This truck all of a sudden started getting worse and worse and worse, driving around 40, 50 miles an hour, and I know they're not known for their transmissions in these trucks. Mine's a 99 Dodge Ram Cummins 3/4 ton two-wheel drive. But again, this is applicable to a wide range of these trucks. The torque converter would just cycle in, out, in, out, in, out, which obviously is not good, and it wouldn't stay locked up like it needed to. And then I started doing research. I couldn't find much on it except for potential grounding issues. So before you get into anything like expensive, you definitely want to try these couple things. There's a few things that might work without even buying anything. However, there's a product right here I'm going to show right now from BD Diesel that's a noise isolator. It's what I ended up using, and it worked fantastic. So here it is. And there's my beast. It's the 99 Dodge Ram Cummins. We call Project Freight Train. There's a whole build series on it. This will get added to that, but this is more of a, hey, I've got a problem, and how did I fix it? So let me open the hood. I'll kind of show you where we started. Again, it was hunting around with the torque converter issue, which sucks. And obviously you're like, oh no, what am I getting into? What am I dealing with? Sorry, it rained last night. It's a little wet. But the first thing that you want to start with, the very first thing, is go through and clean your grounds. Start with your battery grounds. So I did that, cleaned all my grounds up on the batteries themselves and the body grounds, such as this one here that it goes directly to on this truck, to the PCM for the transmission, okay? So stuff like that. You want to make sure your ground wires are clean. That alone may fix the problem. However, if it doesn't, there's a couple other things you can try. This next one I didn't try, seemed a little weird, but makes sense. So what happens is come to find out that the PCM to the transmission grounding issues, it's very susceptible to RF frequency noise. Well, our high-powered alternators in these trucks put out a lot of RF. Therefore, you could also isolate your ground for your alternator as well by wrapping it in tin foil. There's different things you can do. I kind of shied away from that. Or I discovered this product from BD Diesel, this noise isolator that's literally you tap into, depending on your year of your truck, it comes with the directions. You tap into the appropriate wire, and then you tie it into the PCM, the body ground right there. And that absolutely worked fantastic on this truck. I took care of it 100%. And it's like $30 and some change. You can find them for less. Amazon aftermarket knockoff ones, 10, 12 bucks. But spend the money, get the one from BD Diesel, spend 30 bucks or whatever it is. It's thereabouts, and it's worth a shot before you start diving into transmission problems. It takes you 10 minutes to fix it. All right, most of the PCMs for the transmission on these trucks are located on the passenger firewall, which is right down there behind your factory airbox. Yeah, I know, this thing actually has a factory airbox. There's 3 connectors on it, and the one that I needed to get into was the black connector. Depending on your year and application, you definitely want to double check that. And I'm going to put the directions to the, which is very basic, to this noise isolator right in this next photo right here. All right, so as you can see, I redid the ground as well on the PCM from here over to the body ground itself. And then I also took this noise isolator and undid your black connector. However, before you do that, and I forgot to mention it, so I definitely want to mention it now, is disconnect your battery. It's always a good habit, and I just stuck my arm right in that nastiness, to disconnect your battery before you start unplugging PCMs or get into any of that. So disconnect your battery. Don't forget to. All right, getting back into it. On this truck, this being the 99, it's the black connector. You simply, and I know the lighting isn't the greatest, but you simply unplug this black connector. You look for the orange and blue wire. Again, You're going to refer to the directions to be sure you're tapping into the correct wire. On this truck, it's the black connector and it's pin 23. It's the blue and orange wire. You tap into that with a quick splice. You can see it right here. It's a quick splice. And then the other end of this noise isolator goes to a good ground. That is it, literally. Some of these trucks, it's going to be a different connector and or a different wire number. So again, you refer to the directions that come with it and the ones I'm going to put in this video. And I believe on the late model, the PCM for the transmission may be on the driver's side fire. All right, you can just run the other end of that noise isolator to the ground where the PCM is. And again, I redid this ground just to rule out any grounding issues as well. I chose to run mine over to this body ground, which is on the fender itself. As long as you have a good ground, and we redid the battery ground on this one. So again, I went through and did all my grounds, but it's literally right there, connected it to the body ground. You want to make sure you have a good ground for the noise isolator or it's pointless, okay? So that's basically it in a nutshell. You splice in, quick splice, one wire, pin 23 on mine, it's the orange blue wire. You ground it out, reconnect your battery, take it for a ride, and hopefully it fixes it like it did for me. It's not always going to fix it. You may have to dive deeper. Cleaning the grounds might fix it itself. It's worth a shot. And again, for the $30-something price point, this was such a lifesaver, and I just wanted to share it. There's a few different videos out there, but here's another one. Thanks for watching. This is Flip and Customize. If you like the video, give us a like and a subscribe. It helps us grow so we can create more content. Thanks, guys.